Solid Hill TDS, J Leo, Hitchhikers, check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp string, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another lead to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the flow, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send you to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the dice before you let them roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of characters, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in meth doom. Hits the sun god, bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
What's good? What's good? What is good? What is going on, people? World, everyone out there, how y'all doing? It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building, aka Maydelo Mar. Cheers, y'all. Sit and check, Maydelo. Come on now, stop playing with your boy. Y'all getting all this free advertisement late night from your boy. Come on, I'll let your boy. As usual, excuse me. That's my guy 40 Water, aka Silent Hill, J Leo. Song is Family Devil Dance. You see it scrolling on your screen right now. That's what you see. Go give my boy 40 Water and your homie J Leo. Y'all go give them some support for real. Go to their YouTube page. Type in Hitchhikers and you will see the official, unofficial intro song and outro song for the I.O.W. Calories on there. Now let's get all the preliminary shit out the way. Shit that pays the bill. Y'all going over to the website www.I.O.W.119.com. All the information from top to bottom of all the content we got coming out. Of course, if you are an Apple iOS user, you can go over to your Apple store and go download the I.O.W. Network app. It's up and running and it's popping. It's lovely. I love it. Matter of fact, if you got it, you download it, you can go hear my beautiful, baritone voice right now on that giant. For real. Go check it out. For real. Go check that out. My man Detroit Mel has been working real hard on putting that together for y'all, for the people, for the masses. So definitely go support, go do that. If you want to go to the Patreon, we'll get some merch. Go donate up the cause of what we're doing here at the I.O.W. Network. It's much appreciated. We love y'all. All right. So I think that's all the preliminary shit that is out the way. So if you're new to the show, we always start with a laugh of the day. But before we do that, did everybody have a great weekend? I had a great weekend. What did I do this weekend? I really didn't do much. Oh, I just watched a whole bunch of sports. That's all I did. I enjoyed it. Jam-packed weekend of sports. So it always gives me something great to talk about on Monday. And for the first time in a while, we didn't have breaking news to report today. So we will see what happens in the world of sports in these coming days. We've been kind of quiet. But hey, I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and enjoyed themselves. But hey, we gonna get down to the business. Laugh of the day. Let me see what I got tuned up for y'all for laughing today. I can't even remember. I've been doing so much getting ready for the show, but you gonna find out together. Yeah, who cares? You know, see it happens. Oh, I know what the clip is. You guys will enjoy this, and it's so very soccer. It is soccer or football, as they say in Europe, but it's very sports related. But I got a kick out of this though, because this joint was mad funny. But here we are. Let me enlarge this for you guys. And come on, there we go.
What a block! And again, it's a
Hey.
on the deck. And the referee's getting the free kick. But goodness me.
All right, we're gonna start this over because this
I
joint.
think Michael Friedel it is, who is picked up from Getna.
Here we go.
And Andrich hits that off. What a block! And again, it's the same player on the deck. And the referee's getting the free kick. But goodness me. I think Michael Friedel it is, who has absolutely caught this. Picked up from Getna. And Andrich hits that off. What a block. And again, it's the same player on the deck. And the referee's getting the free kick, but goodness me. I think Michael Friedel it is, who has absolutely caught this. Picked up from Getna. And Andrich hits that off. What a block. And again, it's the same player on the deck. And the referee's getting the free kick, but goodness me. I think Michael Friedel it is, who has absolutely caught this.
That is so foul. Why do you do that man like that, y'all? Why do you do that, man? He was playing defense the first time around. He was trying to get in the way be a defender. He took him for the team. I commend him on that. But that second one, like, come on, bro. Like, stop aiming that joint at me. And that third one, for sure, like, bro, we got to fight now. Now you kicking the ball. And I know that couldn't have felt good because these soccer dudes got strong legs. I mean, they running up and down that soccer field, kicking the ball hard as hell. Probably that ball has to be going at least like 50, 60 miles per hour. That can't feel good. Kicking it at 4%. Yeah, but we got to fight. Or at least we got to have a conversation. You feel me? You just ain't gonna keep hitting me with this damn ball. But that was crazy. So that's your laugh of the day. I got another clip, but I'm gonna save it later on when we get to some NFL talk. All right. Let's go on to some of the top 3 plays from the weekend. Of course, like I said, jam-packed weekend. So we're gonna get into some of these clips for Wild Card Mars. Top 3 plays of the weekend. Jam-packed weekend show. Let's get into it. All right. First clip. UFC clip. The ladies was bringing it. She goes by Thug Rose. Rose. Yeah, she KO'd Zhang Weili. I probably butchered the shit out of her name, but it should happen. I don't mean it. I just don't know how to enunciate her name quite. right? But it didn't look so good for her. So this was from Saturday night, the UFC event, and Thug Rose put the paws on Shawty. Oh! 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 Oh, we got to go back. Oh! Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And new. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you the new champ now. You do something like that. You the champ.
I'm Nick Niman, and I'm a StreamYard.
Oh, you the champ for sure. She knocked her smooth out with that kick. Oh my God. There it is. Top plate number 1. Thug Rose. Rose. Nama Eunice. KO's Zane Wheelie. I'll be fucking up people's name, but she got knocked out. Damn. Yeah, sorry, Zane. I hope you're alright. But damn. Yeah, that was pretty. That was a great kick. And she said, night, no. So that's play number one, top play number one. A day. Okay. I saw a great dunk. May not be, flashy, but, I thought it was a great dunk. So it made the top 3 list. All right. So here it is. Bam Adebayo with the ferocious slam against the Chicago Bulls. Let's take a look.
The Heat making him take tough shots, so that's a tough one. Fading away right there from 12 feet, hand in his face.
He got me.
Bam! What a slam! Ferocious. Attack mode here.
Ferocious.
Just a little rub by Duncan Robinson leads him on the hard left-hand drive. That's how he's able to get around Vucevic, and then Tice comes over, and it's just too late. Bam, rising up above.
Yeah, you too late, bro.
That is one strong
Bam
man.
said was really good.
That is one competitor. This guy trying to win every single night, doing whatever it takes. Tice
took the contact, got the and one. Ooh-wee. Man, Bam keeps playing like that. Keep performing well. Get Jimmy Butler rolling. Let's see what happens with Oladipo. I don't know what's up with Oladipo since that trade. But they got something. They got to pick it up though. The East is getting stronger by the day. We'll discuss that. But there it is. Bam Adebayo over Daniel Teese. He thought he was going to try to get a block, and he got what y'all youngsters say? He got beat on the head. Yeah, he got dumped off. So there it is. Play number 2. Bam Adebayo, and then of course number 1 play from the weekend. Another event from UFC, Kamaru Usman. Fight number 2 with Jorge Masvidal, and boy, just look.
Here it is. Oh my God! Oh my God! And it's so perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, when it's literally the perfect right hand. And look, he is out.
Look, I would hate to ever get hit like that. Oh my goodness, I would hate to get hit like that. You see the sweat come off your man's head? That's like some PlayStation shit. Y'all remember Fight Night, the boxing game? You used to drop bombs on a motherfucker. Boom, and watch the sweat come off. That was it right there. Anytime you see the sweat come off somebody's head when he get hit, go ahead, count them out. It's a wrap. And Jorge's a tough fighter. That was his first time to ever get knocked out. So he did go and he did get up. He was fine. But he even admitted, coming into the second matchup with Kamaru with Usman, he didn't feel his power the first time they fought. He was expecting a wrestling match again because Kamaru was a great wrestler, and he showed he could throw them hands too. He showed he could throw them hands. Knock his blocks smooth off. We need a Smokey little clip. You got knocked the fuck out for shit like that. Because them little hammer throws at the end wasn't even necessary. Like, Jorge was out before he even hit the canvas. Like, wow. Just wow. Overall, now UFC stole the show this weekend. Great fights overall from the whole card. Of course, an unfortunate incident with Chris Weidman threw a kick in his fight, shattered his leg, pretty much broke it, and he tried, didn't even know it was broke, tried to put his leg back down and just crumbled. So that was gruesome to see. I'm not going to show it because that was, it's just ironic that happened to him because 8 years ago, he was in a fight with Spider, Anderson Silva, and same thing happened to him. Threw a kick, broke his leg, and pretty much fell down and collapsed. And but you hate to see that in UFC. These guys train hard, but that's just the force, and you throwing pretty much bone on bone. Something got to give. Unfortunately, that's the nasty part of UFC. But them fellas do hell of an event down in Jacksonville, Florida. Did y'all see the crowds? Like, I know Florida is wide open, but damn, that arena was packed from rooter to the tooter, packed. But they threw on a good show. But there y'all have it. Top 3 praise for the weekend. Thug Rose with the knockout of the Zane. Bam Adebayo with the ferocious slam, and then Usman dropping Jorge Masvidal with the knockout punch. Those are your top 3 plays of the weekend, baby. Yeah, it is. There it is. All right. Let's get into some sports talk, y'all. Did y'all see that game tonight? The Knicks and the Suns. Knicks coming in hot, 9 in a row. True test tonight against one of the better teams in the league, Phoenix Suns. And Phoenix Suns end up pulling that out because, I just think they're a better team. But because you got MVP candidates and Chris Paul. Yes, I said it. If you guys saw the day stream with myself and Detroit Mail today, we discussed the NBA's MVP race. Now, this year, you're going to hear some names in this MVP race you normally don't hear. So I'm going to break it down like this. I'm going to give you guys my wild card mark, top 3 MVP candidates in no particular order. But before I do that, what is everybody's position? To me, that's one thing that needs to be discussed first. What exactly does the MVP mean? Now, it stands for most valuable player. And I put emphasis on value. You measure value in a couple of ways. Say value as that, or to me, value as in value. What does that player, that value, mean to that certain particular team? And to me, that definition means that a player's value to a certain team, if they were taken off that team, what would that team look like? That's truly how I measure an MVP. In my opinion, with the NBA, the MVP has been given to sometimes the popular player or a team or the player that's the best on the best team, which doesn't necessarily, equate to most valuable player, in my opinion. So take my definition and I'm apply it to these three guys that I think are the MVPs or should be in the conversation for sure in the NBA. Now everybody's gonna have their own opinion, drop in the comments and think who's the MVP. In no particular order, I have Chris Paul. His stats may not wow you. But what Chris Paul brings to the Phoenix Suns is something that you can't necessarily measure with stats. Chris Paul, and I've gone on the record saying this, that he helps elevate a team everywhere he goes. I know, I get it, y'all. He hasn't won the big game. He hasn't won teams. But not everybody was. Dan Marino was it helpful? No. Because at the end of the day, the best team was the championship. Period. But you can't just measure someone's totality by championship. That's not fair. But what Chris Paul brings and how he has helped elevate the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have stayed at the top of the Western Conference the whole season. And I'm not saying it's just because of Chris Paul. I'm saying the value of what he brings to that team is the reason why they have stayed at the top of the Western Conference all season. He brings great leadership. He helps that team. See, Devin Booker is great, but he was pretty much just a one-man show in Phoenix. Put up crazy numbers. Wow you with performances like that 70-plus point game he had. He was bossing. He can go off and get you 30 easily. Because Devin Booker is that damn good. He is. DeAndre Ayton at one point was, especially in my book, was almost hitting that tier of bust, of a player drafted in the first 5 picks, but just hasn't materialized. Chris Paul helps a guy like DeAndre Ayton. You know how Blake Griffin and what's his name, DeAndre Jordan pretty much got their name recognized in the NBA because they was running pick and roll with guess who? Chris Paul. Chris Paul's pick and roll game is phenomenal, one of the best. So you give him an athletic young big guy like DeAndre Ayton, he's gonna eat because you have somebody that's gonna put him in the right position. Chris Paul's he's a court general. He is literally probably one of the truest forms of a point guard. When you have someone of Chris Paul's caliber with the IQ and tenacity, and Chris Paul's a dog. He wants to win. The competitiveness that oozes, that elevates your team's just mindset. It makes them more urgent to go win. So when you had Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton on that team before Chris Paul, yeah, you get highlights from the Phoenix Suns, but you weren't getting consistent winning. Now, Chris Paul has helped elevate that team. That's why, in my opinion, Chris Paul belongs in the MVP conversation because his value to the Phoenix Suns is unmatchable. You have to put him in the conversation, in my opinion. All right, so there's one. Number 2, Julius Randle. And I know Knicks, blah, blah, blah. Look at where the Knicks are right now. The Knicks are the 4th seed in the East. Record is comparable. If you put them in the West, they'll still be one of the top teams in the West. They'll be like a third, fourth, or fifth seed. So almost identical to where they were sitting in the East. Which, by the way, I will say this: that power balance that everybody used to fuss about, like all the powers in the West, the East is down here. That's starting to almost even out. Go look at the standings. Your top 5 teams in the East will probably be in the same position in the West. Is like that right now. This is it. But back to Julius Randle. Reason why you put Julius Randle in the MVP conversation is because he, like Chris Paul, has helped elevate the value to what he brings to that team. Take Julius Randle off the Knicks. What do you got? You just have the usual Knicks. The Knicks are different this year. Not only is Julius Randle balling out of control, but his teammates are feeding off him. He's helped elevate a mentality, a play. When's the last time, and this is why his value means something, when was the last time the Knicks mattered in the NBA? Wait a minute. All right? So, Julius Randle, similar to Chris Paul, has brought a different mindset to that roster, to that team. That's not the same Knicks team that you have seen the last 10 years. It's just not. At one point, the Knicks were such a laughing stock. Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches of all time, literally took a role in their front office to get paid to fall asleep. Yes. Y'all don't remember when Phil Jackson was literally falling asleep, you know, in the middle of recruiting certain players, and then don't even get me started on the whole circus with Dolan, the owner. No, you know, there was a reason why Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving didn't go to the Knicks. That franchise was not, you know, their trajectory wasn't in the right direction. How is it changing? You know, who knows the true reason why the trajectory of the Knicks has changed? But when they gotten top 5, top 10 picks over and over again, they starting to materialize. Like the Bears playing well. Frank Ntilikina, I don't know what's going on. You know, he might be the odd man out there, but Julius Randle, who also has a dog mentality, has helped change that. I bet the Lakers wish they still had Julius Randle in that squad. Had him, let him go. Traded him to New Orleans, I believe, in the Anthony Davis trade. He spent 1 year there. They went to New York. Now he's making a name for himself. Julius Randle deserves to be MVP because he is valuable to his team. Knicks do not win 9 in a row without Julius Randle. Knicks are not at the 4 seed in the East without Julius Randle. Knicks are not getting talked about today without Julius Randle. That's my point. He is valuable. He belongs in that conversation. So CP3, Julius Randle. My third guy, not a favorite, not a familiar name, not a guy that people are going to automatically jump out and say he needs to be in the conversation, but he's in my conversation of MVP. Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets deserves to be in MVP talks. He is literally probably the last of a dying breed of big man that plays the 5, that can play inside or outside. I mean, it's ridiculous how good Nikola Jokic is. The guy plays some damn basketball. He's a defensive presence. A great passer. You know, most big men can't pass with the lift. Can't pass with the damn. But Nikola Jokic dropped dimes. He does. Rebounds. Gets buckets. Inside or out. I love his overall game. There ain't nothing cute about it. It's effective. And this is why he deserves to be in the MVP race, because his value. I'm going to keep hitting that word. He is valuable to the Nuggets. He has been consistent with his play all year. Damn near guaranteed double-double every time the man steps on the court. But look at the last few weeks, couple of weeks, since Jamal Murray went out with the knee injury, been done for years. Most people were ready to say that the Nuggets are done, including me. Because I thought that the value of what Jamal Murray means to the Nuggets, and to lose him, I automatically thought that was such a huge drop-off. Yet the Nuggets are still competitive. The Nuggets are still in the same spot they were in when Jamal went down. They stayed between the 3rd and 4th seed all season. Nikola Jokic recognized that I have my running mate down. It's all on me. That urgency has kicked in, and he hasn't lost a step, hasn't missed a beat. Still keeping that team around in the West. Still one of the top teams in the West. So again, those three fellas, Nikola Jokic, Julius Randle, CP3. No particular order, just those are the three guys that, in my opinion, deserves to be in the conversation MVP this year. It's just my opinion. Because I put emphasis on value. How individually, how valuable or important are you to this team? So that's just where I'm at with my MVPs. I just think those three guys, you take them off their respective teams and let the chips fall where they may. In my opinion, they wouldn't fall too good if you take CP3 off the Suns, take Nikola Jokic off the Nuggets, take Julius Randle off the Knicks. In my opinion, those three teams are in the cellar, in the basement, the bottom, without them. So, you guys can always drop in the comments, like, share, all that, and share your thoughts on exactly what is MVP in you and who's in your MVP conversation. So let's talk about it. But till then, let's move on. So, as you guys know, the NFL draft is this Thursday. And man, I am excited because I think this is probably going to be one of the most craziest drafts in the world, in the history of the NFL. There's been a lot of movement in the NFL to begin with, leading up to the draft. You see the 49ers go up, make 3, make the trade. Assuming they're going to get a quarterback. It's something they made it clear that they're going to get a quarterback. The Chiefs go and get their need that they couldn't find in the draft. Go get Orlando Browns and the Ravens at tackle. You see other teams go and get their quarterback instead of going in the draft. Rams go get Matthew Stafford. Panthers will get Sam Darnold. So there's some movement that affects the draft that has already leading up to the draft. And by the way, please tune in this Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. myself, Detroit Mel, have a very special guest. A friend of mine from another Facebook group by the name of Nick Shine. Very intelligent man when it comes to sports. And he's been doing his mock draft all year. And talked to him today. He's already prepared for the 2022 mock draft. He's very knowledgeable and passionate about sports. So we will be doing a pre-draft show this Thursday, 2 p.m. Standard Time. So tune in for that. And as well, next Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing a post-draft show with Nick Shine as well. He will give his thoughts and opinions on how the draft, shaped out. And I look very forward to both shows because this man is knowledgeable. So please, y'all tune into those shows for sure. But the draft is going to be nuts. So let's be honest. We already know Trevor Lawrence, quarterback at Clemson, the golden child. Sunshine. With his golden locks. Just got married, by the way. His wife is smoking. Anyway, congrats on that, Trevor. Presumed overall pick. He's going number 1. All right. Jacksonville will be foolish not to go get him at number 1. So that's pretty much written in stone. Pick number 2 with the Jets. More than likely are going to go Zach Wilson. People, how they feel about it, it is what it is. But they've already moved on from Sam Darnold. They made it clear to get a quarterback. And presumptively, it's going to be Zach Wilson. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right choice or not. We'll see how it plays out. But lucky for the Jets, they still have so much great draft capital. This draft next year. They don't need it. They have correct. It's because of draft capital. They got hella picks in the first 3 rounds of this draft and next year. So they'll be all right. But here's where things is about to fall off the rails with the NFL draft this year. Pick number 3. San Francisco 49ers already traded up with the Miami Dolphins. They made it clear to get a quarterback. I keep hearing these rumors. Mac Jones. Oh gosh, I can't stand it. Because you don't go up to the 3rd overall pick to get Mac Jones. You just don't. And here's my knock against Mac Jones. I don't care what the experts say. I'm talking about what I see. I see a guy that has been caught, a guy that has been well protected. Here's my thing about Ohio State and Alabama quarterbacks is that they have been surrounded by so much great talent that it aids them in college, but it hinders their growth in the NFL. And let me break this down, because let's look at Mac Jones. Let's look at Justin Fields. Now that's all pretty much Ohio State, Alabama quarterbacks. You have 4-star, 5-star, top recruits on your offensive line. Those quarterbacks are back there checking your email, making tweets. Hey, shouty, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, have all they can throw. And then when they get to throw, they have 4, 5-star top recruits at wide receiver, and tight end. Got a 4 and 5-star top recruit in the backfield as a running back. Not to mention they're getting saved by literally numerous of all-stars and 4 and 5-star top recruits on defense to help mask any mistakes you make. it's just when you surrounded by so much talent, it's easy to make a mistake because it'll get covered up by a top talent to help cover up that mistake. So when you get to the NFL, not all teams are built like that. You're not going to go to a team that has a Pro Bowl offensive line. You might be lucky if you get 2 of your starters on the O-line to go to the Pro Bowl. Lucky. You're not surrounded by Pro Bowlers all on the outside at wide receivers. You're not surrounded by a Pro Bowl running back. You're not surrounded by Pro Bowls all on your defensive side. The gravy train is gone. Literally the safety net doesn't exist anymore in the NFL of being surrounded by all the top talent. Because humanistically, when you're surrounded by top talent, you don't sharpen your tools. Humanistically, whether people want to admit it or not. You know, Mac Jones could possibly be great. He could. I just don't see it. And it's not just because of the fact he went to Alabama, but look at the games. Yes, he's accurate. Is he mobile enough in the NFL? I don't think so. Because if he going, you know, in the top 5, like it's being rumored, more than not, you are not going to a great team. You're just not. High draft picks go to bad teams. That's how it works in the NFL. Period. Unless you were able to get a high pick because of a trade like the Dolphins were. They weren't a bad team. They went 10-6. They only had the 3rd overall pick because of the Larry Tunsil trade with the Houston Texans. So you are not going into a plus situation. Mac Jones, if he is to get drafted by the San Francisco 49ers at pick 3, he's not going to Tuscaloosa, surrounded by great talent everywhere. Yes, San Francisco does have talent. They are getting a lot of guys back from IR. 2 years removed from Super Bowl, I get that. But that's not a normal circumstance at the pick 3. It's just not. They went up. They went up to the pick. So I'm not understanding the hype on Mac Jones at all. And it's not that, you know, I'm not a hater. I'm not. I just don't see it. Is he going to be able to carry a franchise? I don't think so. I don't see a franchise quarterback. Mac Jones. I know. They said the same thing about Tom Brady. I could be right. Could be damn wrong as hell. As of right now, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So Sean Lee retired, the linebacker from the Dallas Cowboys. There's another hole that they fill on the defensive side. But the Cowboys have a lot of powerful a lot. So that changes how they're going to draft. You know, I think they're at pick 10. You know, they've been talking about, or they've been projected to take a corner. They have to look inside to the linebacker as a whole that they need to fill. You know, Sean Lee was, you know, injury riddled, but when he was on, he was on. He was a monster. Almost Luke Kuechly-ish. Almost. Other news in the NFL leading up to the draft. You know, the Falcons are talking about, you know, possibly moving on from Julio Jones. You know, they have received calls on Julio Jones. And you know what? They should. You have to. You have to field calls on Julio. I think you have to. Don't get me wrong. Julio Jones is a great, great, great talent. No doubt. Let's be real, folks. Julio Jones is getting up there in age. He's 32. 32. And it's not that he's just 32. The fact of the matter is, he has had durability issues. We know how great he is. We know this. We know this. But here's the issue that the Falcons have with taking these trade talks. You move on from Julio, you're almost looking at almost $40.5 million in dead cap money. Just gone. Waste of money. Next year, you're looking at $17.5 million. I mean, the Eagles were. They felt like they needed to move on from not Nick Foles, Carson Wentz. Yeah, they paid almost like $33 million in their cap. I say move on from Julio if you're able to restructure the contract. Find a way to lower their cap. You can do that, you can do it. But you at least have to have that conversation. Let's be real. Julio Jones, fantastic talent. Great age. When he's with. That's just how it is. You know? Honestly, I don't think he'll move because I don't think the Falcons want to eat that dead money. Same thing that why they won't move for Matt Ryan. He carries a bad cap hit. Moving on for the next 2 years. So Julio and Matt Ryan both, carry huge cap hits if you move on. But you do have to have the conversation. You do. So I mean, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a wild draft, very wild. 1 and 2 are pretty much, 1 for sure is in stone. Pick 2, you got a good idea where it's going exactly. After that, everything's down. Just going up in the air. Cards always made. It's gonna be a very interesting, very, very, very interesting draft. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, let's move on to some baseball. So, over the weekend, I caught every game. Of course, I watched my Royals. By the way, first 20 games, I can't see the Royals. 13-7, yes. Best start since 2015. 14-6. 2015 was the year that they won the World Series. No, I'm not saying they're gonna win it. I'm just saying look out for my Royals. We looking good right now. Right now, I ain't knock on some wood. I ain't trying to jinx my boys, but we looks damn good. Looks damn good. All right, but back to what I was saying over the weekend. The Dodgers and the Padres had their second series. Their first series was the weekend before that. And man, can I say all 7 games that the Padres and the Dodgers are playing again, phenomenal. Now, everybody's not a baseball watcher, and I get it. You rather either watch it live or catch certain clip. And watching these two play is gold. It is money. I'm telling you. I mean, captivating, intriguing. It's just been great baseball to watch. If you are not a baseball watcher or lover, find a way to watch the Dodgers versus the Padres every time they play. Like literally, if they can somehow get to the National League Championship Series with the Dodgers versus the Padres, I'm for it. I will record every game. I'm telling you, I will watch every second of it because it's that intriguing, it's that exciting, it's that entertaining. And one of the biggest catalysts of the entertainment is Fernando Tatis. Now, months ago, when he got his mega deal, we've had conversations about, get to him. Padres, let's be honest, Padres did not have to sign him to that deal because he is in the mix of his rookie deal. The baseball works is you can do 6 years of service before you can hit free agency. And he's only altogether has only had literally about 1 year service. So they did not have to pay him that big contract. But boy, they are not regretting giving him that money. This man hit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like Chappelle. He hit 5 home runs in 3 games. Friday, hit 2 home runs off of Clayton Kershaw, one of the best pitchers in the game. Saturday, 2 more home runs against Trevor Bauer. And this is what made it entertaining. So Trevor Bauer back in spring training against the Padres, being his cocky self, he also entertaining the pitcher. Close his eye. Pitching. Fernando Tatis remembered that. Saturday, hit a home run off of it. Looked into the dugout. Yeah, that's entertaining. I mean, let's really look at this. This is marketing gold right here for the Major League Baseball. Whoever is in charge of the marketing department of Major League Baseball, you better be on your job. You have something very marketable with Fernando Tatis Jr. and with the Dodgers versus Padres series. The Dodgers and the Padres series are giving me Red Sox and Yankees rivalry sensation. It is. It's captivating. It's must-see TV. When the Red Sox and the Yankees get together, especially when both franchises are on the up, you're getting great A baseball. The Dodgers, defending world champions. The Padres lost to the Dodgers in the NL Division Series last year. Great series. It's big brother versus little brother. That's what this is. Major League Baseball better get a marketing team on this shit right now because they have failed. They tried to force feed Mike Trout. Great player. I love Mike Trout. I love watching him play. But that's not him to be so, extra. That's not him. He's the type of player that will hit a 500-foot home run, kindly drop his bat, walk around the bases, dap up his teammates. Give me Fernando Tatis that will hype up. Come on, crowd, get into it. Come on, players, my teammates, let's go. We playing baseball. Let's whoop some ass. Yeah. I like that. Give me that energy. Give me that passion. Baseball lacks that. See, they tried it with Bryce Harper. They really did. For anybody who's a lover of baseball, they tried to, market the opposites. Mike Trout, the quiet guy, take care of business. The exuberant, expressive Bryce Harper, the home run hitter. They tried that. But Bryce Harper eventually dropped the ball. Numbers start coming down. I'm saying? It didn't help that the Nationals won a championship the year after they let him walk in free agency. They said, Bryce will pay you this price. Come on, Bryce Harper, stay with us, but at this price. He got the more money with the Phillies. You know what Nationals did? They said, all right, cool, whatever. We're just going to win a championship. We're just going to win a World Series without you. That very next year. You know, that kind of taints that a little bit. Kind of makes your marketability just knock it down just a little bit. Bryce Harper's still marketable. But this guy right here, Fernando Tatis, very marketable. You know, and just look at the dynamics of marketing Fernando Tatis. You know, he's of Latino descent. He's going to bring your Latino crowd to watch baseball. You know what I'm saying? You got to market that. It's targeted marketing. Because at the end of the day, Major League Baseball is a business. I mean, let's call it what it is, folks. This is, you know, I'm not saying anything of anything that has to be involved with color. I'm just talking business. Business 101. Go get the money. Fernando Tatis is money. Guaranteed. He brings in a certain viewership to your sport. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's business. Major League Baseball has to find a way to make sure that they market Fernando Tatis. He is the future of Major League Baseball. Mike Trout can't play forever. Bryce Harper been inconsistent with his numbers. Get on this gravy train right now. Major League Baseball. Get on the train right now. Go market Fernando Tatis. That's why the Padres paid him all that money early. They saw something. Now I see. I am a believer in Tatis. Gracias, Tatis. I'm just saying, y'all. Fernando Tatis is gold. He brings a different aspect to it was such a slow, boring sport. Baseball has always been behind marketability is because, one, you're so stuck in their traditions, it gets boring. That's why viewers don't watch. You know, what Tatis is doing with these so-called unwritten rules of being expressive, he's pissing on them. He's throwing them right out the window, and he's doing what he's doing because he loves baseball, and I am for it. MLB, get on it. Don't you let this ball drop on this one. You can't, because you tried to force us Mike Trout, but Mike Trout just wants to play baseball. Now you got Fernando Tatis. Obviously, bring it to me. You know, you want to give me the teacher, I'll take it on, but I'm still performing. We did this past weekend. But that whole Dodgers and Padres, every time they play together, I'm watching. No doubt. I'm watching. Because they had a hell of a game. Dodgers were up 7-1 going into the 7th. Dodgers came storming back. Ended up winning that game 8-7 in extra innings. Went to the 11th. It's compelling shit. MLB, do your job. Do what you're supposed to do. Go market Tatis. Gracias, Tatis. But look, we have reached that time of the show. I bid you all adieu. It's been real. It's been fun. God willing, we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for all the love and support for the whole I.O.W. network. But look, y'all know what the deal is. Y'all be good to each other out there, world. Love somebody, hug somebody. Peace.
Solid Hill TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blunt roll, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control, overload. Burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated, elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol pumping out my system in need of patience. Point blank and do it in reverse until the points taken. Put it in work to muscles jerk and my joints aching. Numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below twisted, agitated. Hand me another grain, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite the shit. Put the game in a chokehold with a tightened grip. Niggas inciting shit, host people and they bite your lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot picture, icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level, then heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan things. Reach for a pack of guards, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy poppin' and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate, but I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit.
Man, shit pretty good. Hey, man, you got a light?
Fuck that, I'm just shit. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood go roll, let it go. Release to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood go roll, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control.